What's good, Atlanta? This is What's Good Atlanta, breaking news and breaking down the stories that really matter. I'm Mark Kendall.
And I'm David Perdue. Each week, we run down uplifting or even unusual headlines from the universe known as Atlanta, as we all try to find a little something that's good.
David, what's the little something that's good with you this week?
You know, summer's still here.
Yeah.
I bought a tent.
Going camping?
I don't know. And that's part of the fun.
Yeah.
I bought it with the potential to go camping. And then I realized it's too hot to go camping. So you get in a tent and you're like, oh, air don't circulate the same in here.
Yeah.
This is a fall thing for me. But I'm now ready if anybody wants to go camping. Mm-hmm. I have a tent.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of it.
That's fun.
Yeah, how about you?
You know, I got to give a shout out to my favorite cupcake spot in town, Cupcakery. What's great about them is like the cupcakes are like kind of small. So if you only want to do like one without like throwing off your appetite and things like that, you can. They got like rotating flavors, you know. It's just a great little treat.
I love that.
They deliver, you know.
What?
Yeah.
That feels like that shouldn't be. But
It's
I'm glad
dangerous.
they do it.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
All right, so let's get into the headlines you might have missed. Here's what's good with the news this week. This past Monday was National Chicken Wing Day, which meant that Tuesday was National Bones on the Sidewalk Day.
Mick Jagger celebrated his 81st birthday last week. His partner celebrated by posting a picture of the family at the Atlanta Botanical Garden. Funny enough, in front of some stones. I'm happy to know where the rock and roll lifestyle leads you if you play your cards right. It makes me think you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometime,
You'll find you get what you need.
yes, a trip to the Botanical Garden.
On Tuesday, Vice President Kamal Harris was in town and hosted quite the campaign rally. The mayor was there, both of our U.S. senators were there, Quavo was there, but the thing I appreciated the most was Megan Thee Stallion coming back to Atlanta. Yes, our most dependable water outage correspondent. She was there to perform and announce her, quote, Hotties for Harris, end quote, campaign. You see, some people might have the experience of their shows getting canceled because a city's water system imploded, and they never want to go back to that city. But not Miss Stallion. Because of the water crisis, she loves Atlanta. She saw that man riding that inner tube down West Peachtree as she waited outside her sold-out arena, waiting for clean water and air conditioning, and got a sense of what Atlanta's all about. Taking what life gives you, getting creative, and making the most of it. That's the ATL.
And now, a very special It's Sports with Special Correspondent Renee Montgomery.
It's sports.
Renee, welcome to What's Good Atlanta. Now, here at What's Good Atlanta, we try to find an uplifting side of any story. And I'd love to have your professional opinion on a few things from sports world right now.
Let's get it.
Okay, first, it's the Olympics. And the WNBA is currently on an Olympic break. As a player, how did you make the most of the Olympic break?
All right, so it's crazy because during one of my Olympic breaks, I was playing for the Minnesota Lynx. We had 4 of our starters going to the Olympics.
Oh.
So it was a different type of, and by the way, first of all, thank y'all for having me on this show.
Absolutely.
This is my type of toxic positivity
Love
carrying
it.
on.
I
boy.
love it. I love it.
Injected into my veins. Let's get it. Okay,
Come on
so
now.
during our Olympic break, it was a little bit interesting because we were one of the top teams and we had to kind of figure out how do we stay at our
Right.
best while our Olympians over there are going to go win a gold. So we did like anybody else. We started doing home workouts. We did dancing classes together. There's actually videos of this, so I'm gonna send you some videos.
Yeah.
We did some dancing classes together. We met the cast of The Lion King. We had team bonding stuff, and we hooped too. But the point I'm trying to make is that when you go on these breaks, you don't have your full complement of team, and even if you do, you're trying to do things to stay in shape, but also stay intrigued, interested, you know, because it's like you don't have games. We talking about practice, David.
Talking about practice?
We talking about practice,
Listen.
David. That was every day for Olympic break. We just talking about practice.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is why you're a professional athlete and I'm not, because I'm a break. I'm getting on a plane. I'm going somewhere else. I'm not
they
doing
gonna say
none of that.
run it back here. Even though this year with the Atlanta Dream, you know, our team, we let them practice in Florida. So they're practicing. We talking about practice, but we gave them a different little scenery, change of scenery, vibes. You know how that'll change your outlook. So that is what we did this year for our Dream Squad.
Okay. Related to that, a few weeks ago, we all experienced an incredible All-Star weekend where Team WNBA faced off against Team USA. You previously played for Team USA in this series. What's the highlight you remember from this game in 2010?
I remember we were under pressure.
Yeah.
Listen, because you got to remember, like, Team USA is basically your top 12 players in the actual whole
in the world.
United States of America.
Yeah.
You better not say in the world, because remember, what's his name got on to people about that.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it.
All right,
I ain't
so-
seen nobody closer. I'm going to say it.
Bet. So David said, I'm gonna call you the best.
Yeah.
Your mama called you the best. I'm gonna call you the best. All
Absolutely.
right. So it's you're wearing Team USA, knowing that there are a lot of players that would love to be wearing that jersey. So in 2010, I felt like it was an honor to wear that jersey. I mean, we had Maya Morrow on the squad, Sylvia Fowles, Swin Cash, Dinah Taurasi.
I see what you're doing here.
You see what I was like, and my name was in with that group.
Yeah.
So my first thought when I remember that game was like, I'm looking to my left, I'm looking to my right, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy to be in this lineup of 12.
Okay, I had a question about that. So I feel like, 'cause you say you were a young player then, right? Like, I feel like if it was me, I'm gonna take something to remember this moment by. Did you take anything?
Listen, this made me think of one time when I went to the White House. That's another story. I ain't gonna hold you, but when I went to the White House, I said, I'm leaving here with something.
I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Something, okay. When the All-Star game with that one, what we left with was a dub. So for me, that was the something, because this happened 4 times now in the history of the WNBA.
Right.
This game has been played 4 times where the WNBA plays the USA
That's
team.
crazy, yeah.
2 of those times, USA has lost.
Yeah.
The last 2 times they matched up. So I was proudly taking home a dub.
Yeah.
But from the White House, that's a whole
That's a
nother,
whole nother
that's a whole nother story, David.
We got to get that on another podcast.
Another day.
I love it. And lastly, this is a tough one. All right, so both the Dream and the Braves have been hurt by injuries this season.
Oof.
I know.
Oof.
And it's been tough for everyone. What's one way you found to cope with injuries as a player, a team executive, or even just as a fan?
Man, come on, David, with the real journalism.
Because I'm going through it too.
We going through it together.
I'm going through it from a different perspective, but I'm going through it too. So help me.
All right, let me help you.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, really, real talk. As a player, I was blessed. I got injured one time in my whole career. The UConn, I didn't miss a game.
Right.
At UConn, I didn't miss a practice. In the WNBA, I got injured one time. I tore all 3 ligaments in my ankle. I was back like I never left in 2 months. So as a player...
Wait, you can't just gloss over that.
You know what I'm saying?
In 2 months?
Life is good.
You don't tear every ligament in 2 months.
Life is good. No surgery, no nothing. God is, guess what I tried to tell you? I like this toxic positivity. I told myself.
Yeah, you said, I'm not hurt.
I ain't hurt.
Yeah.
Right? So that's as a player. As a team executive, it's tough because we get the emails now from our GM, Dan Padover, and he'll be like, oh, man, I'm sorry to report so-and-so. And it's like, because there's nothing you can do.
Right.
That's what people have to understand. I see all the time, a lot of times it's NBA players where people are like, man, he's first team all street clothes.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
like they're not asking. They want to play.
That's the thing. So people don't understand that, like, as a player, as an executive, fans don't really understand that. Players would rather play than not play.
Nobody wants to be hurt.
Nobody wants to practice. Y'all confusing practice with the games. I already told you. We talk about practice.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do that. But when you see somebody wearing street clothes in a game, that's not where no one wants to be. And also you got to think as an executive, I think like an athlete. So when I hear a player's hurt, I get sad that, man, that's an opportunity. That's 1 year.
Yeah.
You know, like we know Father Time is undefeated except against LeBron.
Except LeBron.
LeBron is the only one that it's like.
Father Time, see him and run the other way.
Bron, mess him up. Like, that's what's going on with Father Time and Bron right now. But other than that, every time I see a player get hurt, I'm like, man, I just know all the offseason work that you put in to be able to perform at this moment. You don't want to be hurt. So the way you cope with that is you just got to deal with it. I know it's like there's nothing for fans. Like, fans, I'm with you too.
Yeah.
I wish that we had our starting point guard, Jordan Canada, too.
I know. Because, boy, she makes a difference.
What? Like,
she makes a difference.
Starting point guard is the
She's
brains, the energy, the operation of a whole machine. And so we haven't had Jordan Canada but only 2 games. Then we lost Ryan, and then we lost AP. And I'm sure this story sounds familiar to our fans, but we got to keep the good. Actually, you know what? I got a toxic positivity PSA.
Come on.
Fans.
Come on.
Y'all can't boo the home squad. We can't be one of them teams. We've seen Philly do it.
Yeah.
We've seen the New York Knicks do it.
Yeah.
We don't want to be that fan base.
We're not them.
We're not them.
Let's not be them.
They not like us. We are going to support our team until the end. That means that we have to be toxically positive.
Thanks, Renee. Okay, one last thing before you go. Our producer said you like games, and not only that, you like trivia. So we thought we'd end with a 2024 Olympic-inspired trivia question. Are you game?
Oh, come on now. You know it ain't nothing but a thing. Let's go.
Okay. Little afternoon Jeopardy here. I love it. Okay. There are 5 basketball players at the Olympics this summer with ties to Atlanta. How many of the 5 can you name?
Oh, ties to Atlanta. All right, we got Ryan Howard, who plays for the Atlanta Dream.
Of course.
Okay. We got...
Men's and women's.
Oh, we got
Men's
Anthony Edwards come through.
Anthony
Edwards come through.
Ant-Man, absolutely.
All right. Let me see. Let me just break it down systematically since y'all didn't even give me a time.
Yeah. I'm going to give you, don't overthink it.
What's his name? Don't overthink it.
Yeah. Because you're missing one. I don't want you to miss.
I like this.
I got you. I'm here with you.
Because there's somebody that it would be a shame.
It would be a shame. Yeah.
Because they're there right now.
They're there right now. They might not be playing for home team, but they playing for their home team.
Oh, okay. So you mean Letitia Alma here. Okay, I know we could go outside of Team USA.
Yeah,
this is
just
my
ties.
guy.
Just
Shouts
ties.
to LA. We love LA.
Absolutely.
Shouts to our Gamecocks. All right, we got 3 of those. How many do I need?
2 more.
2 more?
Yep.
Okay. So give me 2 more. Now, there's going to be people in the stratosphere.
In the stratosphere.
So
just think, it's just not a big tie necessarily, but just a tie. Some are one big tie, one's a bigger tie, one's like, oh, okay.
It's not LeBron James, is it? Because he was executive producer of my documentary.
It should be.
Okay, I'm just throwing that out there. Oh, okay.
It should be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Judges? Ding, ding, ding.
It's not him because we all the way in the A. So,
yeah.
All right, let me just, can I wave I don't want to wave the red flag, but I don't want to take too much of your time. I'll take 3 of the 5. What is the other 2?
All right, the other 2, we have Bogdan Bogdanovic for the Hawks.
Oh, Bogey.
I know, Bogey.
We just watched y'all play Team USA.
Yeah, yep. And finally, Derrica Hamby went from Marietta.
Something told me De'Erica had a connection.
So we got 5 ties. Thank you to Renee Montgomery for a very special edition of It's Sports. Let's have you back soon, eh?
All right, I'm coming back, and I'll see you at a game.
Oh, absolutely.
Pull up on us.
Absolutely. This has been It's Sports.
It's sports.
And now today's top story. A local 7-year-old started a business called Kiid Coffee, and it's coffee for kids.
That's right. A young Ethan worked with his dad to come up with the decaffeinated coffee, complete with vitamins and minerals for those looking to get their cup of joe before elementary school.
I love so much about this.
Yeah.
Right? My main thing that I love is the image that my brain created with like a 7-year-old going to school, and he's like, I gotta get my joe in his briefcase. You know what I mean? And he's like, school. I'm terrible at first period if I don't have my Kiid Coffee.
Right. I can't do Miss Lucy's reading class without my caramel latte.
Yeah, I'm no good.
I can't be doing arithmetic without my frappuccino.
Can you imagine me in third period trying to talk about English? I won't even know how to speak English if I don't have my coffee.
Right.
I love that.
When you're real small as a kid, they give you things like a toy steering wheel as you sit next to your parent as they're driving, right? Or you maybe have your own little phone. Yeah. Pretend like you on the phone. A hot drink to go with your parents. Great.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe I'm gonna throw my pops under the bus, but when I was 7, he was giving me real coffee, and I'm sure my mom hated that. He's like, you want to come get coffee with me? And I was like, yeah, I want to get coffee with my dad. And then come back bouncing off the walls. I needed this at 7.
I couldn't drink coffee because my parents would drink coffee like pretty straight black.
Mark, let me be honest with you. I couldn't either. I don't know why he was doing that.
So you would go into the coffee shop and like
my
drinking
dad
your
was
own
like,
cup of
I'm
coffee.
getting coffee. He's like, you want some coffee? I'm like, do what an adult does?
Absolutely.
Yes. And then I of course, sugar it up, cream it up. So I'm not having a coffee milkshake at like 9 in the morning. And then my mom's like, David sure does have a lot of energy. And then he doesn't. So shout out to Pops.
You know, David, I think this might inspire a top 5.
Let's do it. This is Top 5.
Top 5.
Okay, so this kid Ethan creates Kiid Coffee, a kid-friendly version of a thing not meant for kids. I'd love for us to run down 5 other things we could have invented as 7-year-olds that we were not supposed to have as 7-year-olds.
All right. So the first thing I'm thinking about is my love as a 7-year-old was baseball. And if you grew up in the 90s, that was the time where kids did all the adult jobs. So like there was Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was Major League.
Right.
Every
Yes.
kid had access to an adult job. I would have just make myself a professional athlete. It's 94, so I would have been like, get out of the way, David Justice.
Right.
Left field's mine.
Yeah.
Ron Gant, get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm now out here. You know, so I guess I would invent a contract for myself to be signed by the Braves.
Yeah.
I would have poor negotiation skills, so I'd probably sign it for like $30.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, I'll go play the outfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
As a 7-year-old, man, I love Sonic the Hedgehog. I love playing Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes.
I love drawing Sonic the Hedgehog. It didn't take a lot of skill to draw Sonic. So I would have loved to have been as fast as Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that.
So I guess I would have invented, and he had these cool shoes, right?
He
had
did
these
it.
cool red shoes.
Yes.
I would have invented like the red and white Sonic shoes and like put the Jordan logo on it or something like that.
Ooh,
you know what I mean? Some
okay.
Jordan. So not only can you run fast, you can also dunk the ball.
Yeah,
like,
you got dunked. I like that. I like that. I'm going to out myself a little bit. Like, I like fighting games or like stuff like that. So I feel like I would have invented some sort of like kid weapon. You know, kids got imagination. So it'd be like a sword bomb. You know what I mean? Or like some sort of like, obviously never nobody to be harmed by any of this, but like some sort of combination of two weapons, like a nunchuck stick.
Yeah, like
Things that clearly people are like, that ain't gonna work. That's what first thing I would have did.
I love that. You know, another thing, thinking back to the 90s when I was a kid, the coolest thing was like a limousine. You see a limousine, or like maybe a kid has a birthday party and you're lucky enough to get into a limousine. It was just the wildest thing.
Yes.
Blank Check was a movie that came
Blank
out.
Check.
That kid was riding around in a limousine.
That movie is
Culkin.
problematic. But
It is. That is so true. Dude, I watched the end of that scene last time. I'm like, how did this, how was this shown to people?
How does a federal agent not know that you shouldn't be having this relationship with this child?
She like straight up, she's like, call me in 10 years. And I'm like, 10 years?
Yeah, he not there. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, we digress.
Anyway, we digress.
Yeah.
Point is, limousines, they're very popular. I don't see as many limousines.
I don't.
Today. You know, I think people do.
I think we learned our lesson.
Yeah.
I think we're like, these turns are not worth it.
Yeah, but 7-year-old me
Yes.
would have loved a like super long stretch.
Oh, my goodness,
limousine,
yes.
kind of a specific reference, but Jim Carrey's The Mask.
Yeah.
He puts on a mask, and I guess that gives him a credit card that allows him to get this stretch limo.
Yes.
That goes for several city blocks.
He did.
I would have loved that as a 7-year-old.
Okay. You know, pizza, a different type of, like some sort of pizza.
Yes.
You talked about parties.
Right.
I'm throwing, this is probably bad for your stomach. Let's put some Skittles on there. I'm putting everything that I like.
Right.
And some people are like, you shouldn't do it. This doesn't go together.
No, don't.
You don't know what I know. So you don't know what 7-year-old me knows.
Yeah.
Let's throw Starburst. Why do they have to be savory pizzas?
Yeah.
Let's get in and get some sweet pieces.
Right.
Give me some Starburst.
Yeah.
Give me some Skittles. Let some icing on there. Some red icing. Listen, will my parents be upset with me afterwards? Absolutely. I'm going to be like I drank that coffee. I'm going to be bouncing off the walls. But let me have it.
Yeah.
And then maybe pineapples go on that type of pizza.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, you don't have enough vegetables.
Yeah.
Pineapple on there. Get off my back, Mom.
Yeah.
I got a pineapple on there. Okay, this is healthy.
Yeah. Like a pizza lab, basically.
A pizza lab. Yeah.
That'd be great.
I want this idea now, if I'm being honest.
Pizza spot right now.
I think we invented CC's Pizza. I think that's what we just did.
And that's Top 5.
Top 5.
Before we sign off, David, I gotta ask, what's some good that you're taking into the weekend?
I'm taking into this weekend the spirit of imagination. 7-year-old me had vision, but no one believed in him. Now I'm an adult and I can do what I want. I have money. I'm gonna start my own pizza lab. I think I'm gonna do that, and I think everybody should bring imagination into the weekend. Don't quiet 7-year-old. You get out there and make your own imaginary pizzas.
No, I'm right there with you. I'm just gonna put something that people normally don't put on a pizza. And I'm like, I'm doing this. I can do it. So why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, y'all, don't forget, you can hit the What's Good Atlanta tip line at podcast@wabe.org. Let us know what's good in Atlanta, be it breaking news or maybe just bright spot from your drive down Ashford Dunwoody.
What's Good Atlanta is produced by us in collaboration with Cool Productions and WABE. Our executive producer is Scotty Crow, with additional production by Matt Owen. Find more at wabe.org/What's Good Atlanta. See y'all.
Cowabunga, dude.
WABE.